Season 3 of Miraculous is nearly over. This is huge. And when I say huge, I mean it. Holy cow. You guys will not believe how much has gotten done in this season. Oh man. So, for those of you guys who don't know, we still have a few more episodes left to go before we reach the season finale. As of recording this video, Party Crasher has not come out. But I decided I was going to talk about it. Talk about the final 2 episodes. I wasn't 100% certain if I wanted to do this, but I thought I would talk about it now, and then I will do it again after my season in review, which will come out after the very last episode before these 2 season finales. Then I will be doing a video specifically talking about these last 2 episodes. So this is the first version of my plot synopsis, or plot, and then I'm going to have the reversion, which I did for Chat Blanc, so go watch that if you haven't. So yeah. So this episode is going to be the culmination of everything that's happened this season. We've had a few points that have been culminations of the past 2 seasons, with Gamer 2.0 and Stormy Weather 2. Probably Puppeteer 2 as well is going to be somewhat similar, but it's not necessarily going to be. So those are the episodes that are kind of important to just be in mind of. So yeah. So what has happened in this season? This season, I am dubbing the reveal arc. I dubbed season 2 the Chloe arc. Season 1 is the introduction arc, and season 3 is the reveal arc. Season 4 will be the Lila arc, which is basically it's going to focus on making Lila a villain, and then season 5 is going to be the Hawkmoth arc. So yeah, definitely some interesting stuff to just keep in mind. So season 3. What do I mean by it's the reveal arc? For those of you guys who didn't know, I made a whole video series, a whole video about season 1 and season 2, all of the reveals that could have, all the times that they could have revealed their identities. Yeah, if you guys thought that all those reveals were insane, and I might have missed a few, but this season has had more reveals than any other at all. Like, if you thought season 1 and season 2 were insane, this is even crazier. Every single episode has had something that was a reveal. Not anything minor, like, oh, they transformed behind their in some place that was kind of obvious. Like, yes, they did, but it wasn't to the same extent that we saw in season 1 and season 2. But in this season, they were everywhere. Chameleon? Yup. Weredad? Yup. Everything. Holy crap, it was insane. So, yeah, Love Eater and Miracle Queen will be the reveal. I've said before that Cat Blanc and Ladybug, as well as quite a few others, could have the possibility of the reveal. However, this is the actual episode. One of these 2 is going to be the actual episode where the reveal happens. They will reveal their identities either for safety or for some other reason. Maybe because they trust each other enough. that they think, yeah, it's safe. We can reveal our identities to one another. And yeah. So that's one of the main things that's going to be going on in this episode. The next major thing is the whole event with Love Eater and Miracle Queen. So we know that Love Eater is Mr. and Mrs. Bourgeois, aka Chloe's parents, and it's their 20th anniversary. They, Adrien and Kagami are trying to get together, are kind of in a weird limbo state, kind of wanting to get together, kind of not. Marinette decides to say, you know what? Yeah, I think that they should be happy. Blah, blah, blah. Things move on. They run away from the whole ordeal, from the anniversary and the anniversary party, and they go off to do their own thing. The bourgeois get upset, and they become Love Eater. Now, here is the thing. I have said before that I think that Love Eater is going to be a very hard to handle episode. Specifically, that this was going to be the point where Chloe's parents would be getting a divorce, or at least it's in the works. Basically, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't read the synopsis, basically, Love Eater is a Cerberus that's trying to eat all the love in Paris and constantly argues. Now, the reason why they would want to eat all of the love in Paris is because they aren't feeling love in their relationship. And that's going to cause issues. They will, and eventually they may realize that, by the end of the episode, they may realize that, yeah, we're not meant for each other. Have we just been staying together for Chloe's sake? It's not healthy. We'll keep getting akumatized, and Chloe will keep getting akumatized this way. It might just be better to end things. It's a sad topic, but it is something that would at least be something good to talk about with. It would be a good way for parents who. It would be a good episode for parents to watch with their kids, especially if they're not 100% certain on their relationships. Because if you guys, no one really talks about the topic of divorce in really anything. But so this might be a good episode to actually talk about it. We always say things like, "Oh, find your loved one, it will be perfect." But in actuality, it's not. It rarely is the perfect situation the first time around. And this would be a good way to tackle that topic. Obviously, we could get the events of Ladybug and Cat Noir and all that jazz. But with their love triangles, and eventually get those wrapped up, and that will be a good way of explaining this stuff to kids so that they understand the whole situation when they eventually get into that situation themselves. But this would be something to help kids who are dealing with a parent's divorce, because it can actually open a lot of doors to help them understand why it's happening. It would be a fun little way of doing it. Since it's Ladybug, it's gonna be fun, but when they actually tackle the topic, yeah, it's not gonna be fun, but it will at least open their eyes a little bit, because yeah, their heroes had to deal with the same situation. So Yeah. Um, now, that's an important thing to happen. Um, now, obviously, Chloe will be upset about this. We already know that she's very upset about the whole event of her parent of not being Queen Bee. Um, and she might and because of the fact that it's her parents, she wants to help, and Ladybug and Captain Moore aren't letting her, even though they may call upon everyone else that has been a miraculous hero before, and she's just left out, even though it's her parents. She should be the one helping. She should be helping in this situation. But she doesn't get to. She's upset about that. But it's not enough for her to get akumatized, because obviously she's gonna be upset. But when she finds out about her parents getting a divorce, she will probably break down, and Hawkmoth will take advantage of that. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's very likely going to be what happens. And that's going to be so even though they'll defeat Love Eater and all that situation, if she's upset, she becomes Miracle Queen, having the powers of every single hero so far, or something like that. And eventually they defeat her, maybe. And when they do, she's still crying, because she is now in a terrible situation. She's let down her heroes again. She's been. The thing that she wants more than anything is to prove to Ladybug that she can be a good hero. Yet she just got akumatized again. Her third time getting akumatized. She fought it once, but now she's lost it again. Technically, yeah, she's been akumatized 4 times now. And it's not something she's going to be happy about. She's going to realize that, yeah, am I even worthy? Do I ever have a chance of becoming Queen Bee again? I've disappointed you. I've revealed my identity. I've done all of this stuff. Is there ever a chance that I can be the Queen Bee again? And I think that Marinette will look at her and say, yes, there is. And they will discuss it with her. Are you willing to slander your own name as Queen Bee, as Chloe? Because the only real way to hide your identity as Queen Bee is to, one, have Pollen decide to change your outfit to make you look different, and that you have to say as Chloe, yeah, that's not me. That's not me anymore. I'm not Queen Bee. I'm pissed off at this, that they got a new Queen Bee to replace me. And yeah, not everyone's gonna fall for it, but because she's not getting akumatized. But she would basically they would be telling her, you have to slander your name every time that we call upon Queen Bee. And we may give you the miraculous full time, but you have to slander your own name, just so that you can say, yeah, that's not me anymore. Maybe you don't have to say, like, you don't have to be a jerk or anything, but you would have to say very publicly, that's not me anymore. And yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. but it would be something that would cheer her up. Chloe is the second most akumatized person at this point. I believe she may have already been beaten by someone else, but as of right now, she is one of the most akumatized people as of right now. She's been akumatized three times before this episode, and then she's also almost gotten akumatized, and now this time. So yeah, this episode is going to be huge development for her. And afterwards, or maybe before, Marinette and Adrien are going to be discussing and saying, yeah, I think it's time we reveal our identities to each other. Yeah, it's not safe for Chloe to have her identity revealed to the world. We are saying that 100%. But right now, the safety of our family, because at this point, they have a feeling that Hawkmoth will know their identities, because now Lila knows who they are, and if Lila knows, and she's been akumatized almost as much as Queen Bee at this point, maybe more, they won't be able to believe it. It's like, holy cow. Yeah, we better be careful of this. We better keep our eyes on the prize. Don't let Lila win. So we have to tell each other who we are in order to protect our families, and they will, which it's going to be a hard time to deal with, because they've just given up on each other. And now that they know the truth, that because Marinette will probably say to Adrien, I give you my blessing. Or not necessarily that exactly, but go ahead, take Kagami. It's not a huge deal. And Adrien and Adrien may have also said to Ladybug, yeah, I'm taken now. You should look for someone too. Find someone that you care about. And she may start dating Luca in these 2 episodes. And yeah. And at that point, the 2 of them will reveal their identities to each other, realize that if they had just revealed their identities sooner, they would have been together for a while. They probably would, if they had revealed their identities on the very first day, they would have been able to do so much for each other. It's not like they don't want to change things, because they've gone through all these experiences and they've shaped who they are. But if they had, they wouldn't be in this situation now, where it's just awkward. To now know that the person that I have loved for so long has been fighting by my side the entire time on both fronts. And I've been ignoring them, ignoring who they are and how much they care for me, just because I'm in love with their other version. And that's going to be something that's really hard to take. And it's one of the reasons why I've said before that Season 4 is, yes, it's going to be the Lila arc, but it's also going to be the arc where we're going to see more stuff with Luca and Kagami and Marinette and Adrien trying to figure things out. Like, are they meant to be together? Because they love each other. They do. And they've proven it already in this episode. If it's happening the way that I'm thinking, they've proven it by saying, yeah, go ahead, date that person. Your happiness is more important to me than my own. Yeah, they may not say that exactly, but it's going to be something huge. And they will realize that at the same time, because of the fact that they're giving the Miraculous full time to Nino, Alya, and Chloe, that, yeah, we've been working with these people for this whole time, knowing their identities. And now we're letting them finally have their Miraculous full time because we trust them enough, and now we trust each other enough to reveal our identities to each other. And now that we do, it's too late. And yeah, things have to, if they're going to eventually get together and stay together, then things will have to change. So, yeah. It's not, these two episodes are not going to be easy ones for anyone to deal with. Whether it be someone whose parents got a divorce and they're not happy about it, to all of the people who have been saying for the longest time, we want our ship to happen, blah, 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 and then it's not gonna happen. And now, is it too late? Because now we trust each other enough, but it may be too late now because we are now dating somebody else. We've revealed our identities. It's a hard thing to really think about. The thing is that we know that Luca is a good guy and wants Marinette's happiness. He wants her to be happy before they ever get into a relationship. And he is probably going to be the person that starts the whole drama in the first place in the next season, where he's going to be like, you're not happy in this relationship, are you? And they're going to talk about it, eventually revealing her identity and Adrian's identity to Luca, maybe eventually Kagami as well, and they're going to understand that, yeah, we have been in love for all this time, yet we couldn't say anything, because our identities had to stay a secret. We basically blew each other off all this time, and we never said anything. It's going to be a hard episode, whatever the case is. Whether I'm right 100% or I'm right only like a little bit, this episode is going to be intense. Am I right about the Chloe's parents getting divorced? I don't know. Am I right about the reveal? Abso-freaking-lutely. This season has been way too much reveals for it to not be the final thing. Like, here you go, here's the reveal, finally. But the way they're going to do it isn't going to be the way we think. They're not going to be like, here's the reveal, now they're getting together. No, it's going to be, here's the reveal, but now it's too late. Or so we think. And, yeah. I've said before that I think Season 4 will be the developing the relationship and the Lila arc. Those two things will be going on in Season 4. So that's something to just expect. And we'll talk more about this in my video after Season 3 has completed its complete runtime and stuff. If I am right, if I still feel that I am right, there will not be a remake of this. I still fully think right now that the reveal and the divorce thing are going to happen. Is it 100%? No, it is not. But it's still a very high chance. I will say the whole thing about here it is. I will do the whole season in review. I'll do 2 of them. I'll do the one before the season finale and then the one after the season finale, which will just be talking about everything, and then and then the second one is going to be talking about everything and moving on to the next season. So be prepared for that when that finally comes out, probably by the end of this year. And as for everything else, then yeah, just be looking forward to all the extra content that I have coming. I think that now that I've gotten through the plot of every episode, it's kind of, I'm wondering, what am I going to do now? I finally gotten through all the plot. Maybe I can do some theories, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think is going to happen down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And once we get to 50 subscribers, we're doing a cool little thing. We'll see what happens exactly. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. Badon!